This is a podcast presented by
Hard to Find Media.
Subscribe to Hard to Find Media on youtube.com/Hard to Find Media Network. This shit is free. Share it. Blast it.
It's Tady's Day
Boy, we were excited. You can sense it.
He had a whole block of brie last night. That's really nice. Coming back to get him.
What it would be like to be not on a Ferris wheel, but a great wheel.
So we are now rotating.
So how do you feel about buskers?
I'm pretty into buskers.
You are.
I am.
Here's the deal with salads.
We'll get to the baking of a cake. It's a little boring.
Kind of.
Welcome to Tady's Day Out. I'm your host, Joe Tady. This is a show that reviews all of the best attractions Seattle has to offer. The format of the show is simple. Each week, my guests and I take ourselves out to do a different famous Seattle activity and report back to you, the listener. This week is a very special episode. We're covering the Seattle Great Wheel, otherwise known as just the Ferris wheel down at the pier. All right, for this episode, I brought along my friends Timothy Logan Clark and Landon James Helton. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Very happy to be here.
Very happy to be here,
Yeah.
yes. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Yeah.
Exactly what I said.
I'm more excited to be here than Landon.
Well, it's a Monday, so what week were you? Ever
As
since
of
Sunday?
As of yesterday.
Yeah.
6 consecutive days before this.
Yeah. Landon, is it true that your middle name isn't James?
It's James.
Really?
It's James. Timothy's middle name is Logan.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Is it true that your parents named you Landon because of how much they love the city of London?
That is not true, but I have gotten that before.
You have gotten that before, that's right. Oh, yeah. All right. So, before we get to our experience, let's talk about a few facts, okay? The Great Wheel itself is relatively new to Seattle. It was opened on June 29th, 2012. It's roughly a 12-minute ride, or as we learned, 4 rotations. We'll get to that. It goes up 175 feet. You guys said 75 feet. Did I miss? You guys were very into the 75 feet thing. I feel like maybe I misread something.
I gauged it. I thought how many basketball hoops would be able to stack to the top.
Yeah. Tell me about that. You gauge.
Well, Joe.
How do you gauge height, Landon?
Well, a standard professional basketball hoop is 10 feet high.
Is that true?
No. Yes.
I don't know.
And since we go by the decibel system, the
Dewey decibel system.
Dewey decibel system. And so yeah, you can. What I do is I picture basketball hoops. I stack them rim to rim.
Rim to rim.
Yeah.
Actually, I get that, and now I feel like maybe I writ down the height wrong.
You writ down.
It's
the height wrong.
definitely
Right.
17 basketball hoops tall.
Okay, cool. Great. It takes you about 40 feet over Elliott Bay, so it's quite the ride.
What a thrill ride.
What a thrill ride. So we did some recording in the car on the way down there. Tim picked me up from work. Landon was already in the car. I don't know how he got there. We were driving down, and, let's just take a listen to our excitement.
We parked about 20 basketball hoops from the front door of Trader Joe's.
All right, let's listen to our excitement. So are you guys excited for the Ferris wheel?
I'm excited for the Ferris wheel. I'm more excited now that we're here and it's actually happening.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm totally stoked.
I'm eager.
That says to ferries, not to Ferris, just so you know.
No. It's in the same ballpark. It's like the arenas over here.
We're going to the ballpark?
We're going to the ballpark.
Yeah, let's go to Safeco.
Take me to the ball game,
Yeah.
So,
What if we never get there? Man, it was palpable. In the car?
Yeah,
It was like I was there again.
that was wild.
Yes.
I was juiced. I was excited. I was happy to see you for one.
I paid for parking.
That's true.
When we
Joe
got there.
always pays for parking. Really good friend.
Yep, I paid for parking.
We got there at 8:12.
8:12.
If you know anything about the parking in Seattle. I am yanking on my collar.
I will
now.
always pay for parking after 8 p.m. I tell all my friends that.
It's a good
I'd
policy.
say it's very appreciated. We hang out a lot, especially on Sundays.
We hang out. We hang out a lot on Sundays and after 8 p.m.
I love seeing Tim focus with every bit of his being to bring the hot topics.
They're setting a high-ass bar, you know? It's like...
No, it's fine.
The quit.
Is this wheel great? I would say no.
I was not aware it was known as the Great Wheel. I was like, Ferris wheel by the pier.
I Googled Seattle Ferris wheel and Great Wheel came up, much to my astonishment. You know, I almost was chagrined. Instead, I was astonished.
I prefer that.
Yeah, I like to be astonished more than I like to be chagrined.
I just like your decisions and vocalizing your opinions.
Thank you.
I can be chagrined sometimes, listening to Shadazy.
All right, so we parked. You know, we walk up. We each pay $13 for an adult ticket.
Highway robbery, am I right?
It was so I when I saw that on the website, I was like, that's not bad. I was expecting 20 or something like that. But you walk through this maze of a line. You get up there. We got in our own gondola, number one.
Huge.
And I don't know. It was boring.
Well, I'm sorry if I can interject right now, but the first gondola...
Sorry if you can interject. I'm sorry that you can interject. But you know what? Fucking go ahead.
Why don't you just fucking step aside?
Why don't you stay off the podcast?
Well, the first gondola I looked in was a VIP gondola, so I was like, this is going to be great. There's cushy theater seats.
That's right.
We found out from the nice man there that there's glass floors.
Very nice, man.
So you can see down as you go up.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like Rocket Man.
Yeah.
The Rocketeer, actually. I'd prefer
like
that.
Disney's The Rocketeer.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I saw these like leather, like hot rod looking theater seats that looked really cozy and nice, and there were lights, and it was very comfortable looking.
Yeah.
And then he opens up gondola 1.
Yeah.
And there's very movie theater carpet looking
Right.
upholstered
There's actually
benches.
You know, let's go straight to the live impressions that we had upon getting into the gondola. All right.
Dingy.
Yeah. We have that on record. Let's listen to it.
Okay. So we are now rotating.
We are in. All right, so we're on the Ferris wheel. We just boarded. We are on some fairly comfortable bench seats in gondola number 1. Suede. Yeah. As in, I persuaded you guys to do this with me.
Oof. Getting some velocity.
I don't know. I think this is otherwise known as height.
I feel somewhat uncomfortable, honestly.
You know, I'd call it more velour city.
I wouldn't
Because
say
of the
that
seats.
because that's a made-up, ridiculous term.
We are actually getting pretty high, and I think we're just half rotation right now.
Yeah, we're at half. Well, yeah, quarter.
Half mast.
Yeah, and Landon is at half mast.
So, if I was at half mast when I started, right now, there'd
Full
be
mast.
a lot less mast.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Oh, the beer's kind of like
I kind of...
doing good things for
I'm
me.
facing the city. You guys are facing the water. I can see 99. Looks great. You said suede. It was like cheap suede.
Cheap suede, definitely.
They were okay, but it is a letdown once you're like, hey, what's up with that?
Not a lot of wow factor. That's what I look for in my Ferris wheels. The Great Wheel particularly, wow factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too many acts of velour with this great wheel.
Yeah.
Right.
Lacking.
One thing was
Speaking
that
of-
you did ask the gentleman, as you said, the nice old man at the end, and we'll get to his story about Ariana Grande in a moment.
Oh.
You asked him about the VIP treatment, and he mentioned that you get a glass of champagne after after you're
A
done.
little cool down.
Yeah, after you're done. Which, what is that?
Maybe it's so people don't get a little too, like, buck nutty in the gondolas.
Yeah.
Because they did have so many things keeping... They let you know on all
There
four corners of the gondola
are
what
a
you
lot
can't
of
do.
a lot of stick figure diagrams. Now, did either of you have a problem with the drawings of the stick figures?
They're, you got the real anatomically correct.
He loves
Would
that.
you say they're
figures.
inconsistent?
They were a little inconsistent.
Anatomically speaking?
Anatomically inconsistent, yes.
Yeah.
You know, you got just a regular looking person figure, so I can relate to that.
Yeah.
And then you
Why?
got just
Because you're white?
relatively regular look. Oh, they were gray.
Yeah.
So, but going on. And then, the 4 of them are just like look like a regular human, and then 2 of them are just really crude looking stick figure.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going
drawn
on.
by
you know?
a child.
Where does the danger end and where does it begin?
Right. Yeah.
Right here, right now.
The ride itself, I mean, like we said, you're just sort of sitting in this bulb.
Yeah.
And the view isn't really that great. I feel like it's pretty limited.
Sunset would be way better.
Yes.
Definitely.
I had
That's
trouble
the-
finding the moon.
Yes.
You guys helped me.
Directly above us.
It was
the
directly.
most inconvenient place it could be.
Yeah.
You just have to lean right over me and you could see the moon. That
I
was
know.
nice.
Yeah. I was on the other, as far away as possible. I didn't like being in a confined space with either of you, which I didn't think about when inviting you onto the show.
This is a real bad experience. Would not do it again.
I'd say it was a little underwhelming.
Wheelie.
Whoa!
Rack 'em up.
Rack 'em up.
You son of a bitch.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah. I think you do bring up a good point that, like, even in daylight or as someone said, I couldn't remember who, probably me, sunset would be better, is because then you could see more of the city.
Yeah, sunset.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I said
That's
that.
a good idea.
Yeah, and you can see out to Alki, I guess.
Yeah.
I knew that Alki was out there.
I remember you saying
Yeah,
that.
just right across the water.
Are you okay, Landon?
No, I'm fine.
You gonna be sick?
No, I think I might be sick.
I heard
Yeah.
he had a whole block of brie last night. That's really coming back to get him.
All right. Just so you know, I thought of all of those things, and Tim ate the brie last night. They're slinging mud my way.
Slinging some mud.
They're muckraking.
Now,
You love it.
so while we were in there, though, we discovered that one of the ride operators is a B-grade Steph Curry.
Yes.
He looked a lot like Steph Curry. Can you make some more noise with your jacket while we're recording?
Well, if you insist.
That could have been a good sound bite of like, oh no, that's just my dog walking around his dog bed. He's trying to find the perfect position before he goes to sleep in the corner. Like a nice rustling in the background. We could batch in a lot of cool things. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just taking all the lint off of my beanie. Picking it off, like a monkey picking flies off of a monkey's head.
Those are good ideas.
So,
It's better we didn't use them.
we skipped the fact that they took 2 pictures of us at the beginning.
That was a highlight. That was my favorite part.
One that's supposed to be normal and one that's supposed to be a crazy one where I tried to lift up Landon.
You touched my balls.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, but I
Both
didn't
or
regret
just like
it.
both?
These are my old jeans, so they're pretty worn down and they're really thin right there. I felt all of it.
Did Joe feel all of it?
Joe.
I mean, I didn't notice anything.
I got a handful.
Yo.
Oh, nothing.
Whoa.
Ooh, nothing.
Yeah, because they want you to buy the photos at the end.
I liked that. Honestly, I really
Taking
do
the-
like that shit. I love
That's just because you're photogenic.
roller
And-
coaster. No, I'm not.
Nah.
Roller coaster photos, like when you're like, whoa! That's always nice. It's like,
for the listener, both Tim and Landon threw their hands up in the air as if they were going down a roller coaster.
Well,
That's-
you have to emulate. You can't just
Yeah.
say "whoa."
Yeah.
you
Whoa!
always
Like
have
a
my
fool- like a
back.
fool.
Like, this is the best lackey I've ever had.
Wow,
I throw
really
my hands
demeaning.
up, and then he just
2017, we're partners now.
Whoa.
No lackey.
No lackey, just
No.
partners.
Lacking the lackey.
So the old guy at the end did regale us with an amazing Ariana Grande story where he started it off by saying Ariana Grande has come and done the Ferris wheel, the Great Wheel, and
Trademark.
that she was not a nice person. But once he told the story, do you guys want to tell the story, Landon?
if you want to run on this story, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'll interject. I'll talk
Right.
over.
So he starts by saying Ariana Grande came there and
If you don't know who Ariana Grande is, she's a pop recording artist. She sings "Love Me Harder" featuring Weeknd. That's a great song. She started on the Disney Channel.
really
Yeah, Rags to Riches.
Rags to riches.
what is that a show?
I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
that's not
Oh.
really suitable.
You're just saying rags to riches after him. You're just seconding whatever he's saying.
I'm his lackey, dude. We back.
2017.
All right.
Oh, Lackey's backy.
Just for right now.
Sorry
All right.
for interjecting.
So, yeah, if you could.
A little tailspin right there. I went downhill.
So, There was a person who looked like Ariana Grande there with a big security guard, which the old guy at the thing really stretched out how big this guy was.
Big man.
According to the nice old man,
He's like a creepy old man at the pier.
security
more
guard is 400 pounds. Picture this. And he said he watched Ariana Grande go around and wasn't on.
Yeah, he really stressed. He was like, you got a guy watching and not even going on the ride. You know that's someone famous. Which,
I mean, maybe you didn't feel comfortable with heights.
Yeah,
He's
that's
being
right.
appeasing.
right.
Yeah. He's being appeasing to her.
You stressed that like it was a pun. I guess.
No, it was
I
just
was
a-
searching for it too.
Yeah.
No, it's just a hard word to pronunciate.
Yeah. Pronunciate. Okay.
I'm saying I have a hard time.
Moving forward, so apparently there was a young woman working at the Great Wheel who was certain that this person was Ariana Grande.
Huge
and
fan.
Yeah, huge fan.
The biggest.
And
400 pounds.
kept 400 pounds. It was the guy.
This big.
So this girl apparently kept asking her, "Aren't you Ariana Grande? Aren't you Ariana Grande?" And seemed like she was berating her. And Ariana Grande, allegedly said, "No, that's not me." And the nice old man did a hair flip and said, "Stop asking me that.
Yeah, and please don't ask me again.
And please don't ask me again." And I was like, maybe she just wants to go on the fucking Great Wheel
Yeah, respect her
and not be
privacy.
bothered. Especially if a couple of times she's like, "Yo, that's not me, kid." And
With that voice, too.
yo, that's not me, kid. That's her in disguise.
Yeah, 400-pound man speaks
Speaks for her,
Ariana
yes.
Grande.
I can see that.
And then the
did
guy
see it.
says, one thing leads to another, and which is funny. And like, I got real apprehensive when he said that because he paused and anything
You don't
could
know
have
who's gonna-
happened. But apparently what it led to was the person who worked there cornering Ariana Grande in the bathroom and saying,
Very shitty bathrooms.
very shitty rundown restrooms.
Yeah, no doors on the stalls. Nowhere to hide.
Yeah, that's true. Cornering her there and said, "We're not letting you leave until you tell us who you are." And he was like, "I can't believe Ariana Grande did that." I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
know.
What a bitch.
And he said, I logged onto my Facebook and I posted about it. About how shitty she is. I was like, oh.
She
Two
could be
sides to
kind
every
of a
coin.
grande biatch.
Right. Yeah.
I had this.
That's her drink at Starbucks.
I had.
Those are all terrible jokes.
I didn't like that when Landon said it there at the pier either.
Oh, he's out
I
of
have
you.
this. I have this wonderful anecdote I brought up too with that nice old man. It was the house that Ariana Grande grew up at.
Grew up at.
Would
her mother's house be considered Big Mama's house?
because of
I
Grande.
will say it got no laughs there, and it's barely getting laughs here.
I gave it a pity laugh because it's my friend.
Hey,
Y'all were
Tim,
in stitches.
can we say charity chuck or pity gig?
Charity Chuck for sure, yeah. I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
get
yeah.
behind
All
that.
right.
But, excuse me,
Charity Chuck. Not really a pity gig, huh?
came up on me.
It's a charity chuck.
It'd be a pity gig if you want it to be. Great Wheel of Fortune.
Great wheel
Soldiers
of
of
fortune,
Fortune.
soldiers of fortune, toy soldiers, small soldiers,
Tommy Lee Jones, hen house, outhouse, dog house.
homeward bound.
I did not kill my wife. I don't care.
I don't care.
One
careless?
thing leads to another.
Less is more. More cowbell.
You acted like you solved the mystery.
I think I did.
More.
I think I did.
Arrive at cowbell.
Check the cowbells.
So, little known fact about the Ferris wheel. All right, it was invented in 1893 for the Chicago's World Fair, and it was actually America's answer to the Eiffel Tower, which at the time was considered like, oh man, you blew the Eiffel Tower out of the water. Whoa!
You have this moving equivalent.
Yeah.
The Eiffel Tower doesn't move much.
Yeah, that's right. It's been in the same place since it was there. Since it was built.
You ever seen the Great Wheel and the Eiffel Tower in the same room?
Yeah, no, wait. You know what? Secret identity.
Might be, you know?
And the Ferris wheel was actually invented by George Washington Gale Ferris Jr., and that's why it's called the Ferris wheel.
Bigger is not always better, and here's why. People loved the Ferris wheel. They loved it because it was moving, because it wasn't just standing there. It wasn't just sedentary, tertiary, sitting there. The Ferris wheel actually did something.
Inspiration.
It moved people. It moved people's hearts.
It helps the world go round. All right, well, I think that's all we have to say about the Great Wheel tonight. Yeah.
I think I've said everything I needed to.
Yeah.
I said most everything. I'm saving some for later.
I'm cutting you off for the next episode.
I got other podcasts.
When you're either not on, about the Great Wheel.
Yeah, very specific.
Real quick, the Great Wheel is located on the piers downtown, specifically 1301 Alaskan Way. Tickets cost roughly $13, different ages, you know. It's open 11 to 10 Monday through Thursday, and different hours on different days. Look it up. You know, it's like, fuck you.
Encyclopedia. Shit! Encyclopedia clown over here.
More like Encycla Incompletia. Am I right?
Yeah, we're like, I don't know how to talk.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Landon, Tim, thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me.
Appreciate
You can catch me in the next episode of Tady's Day Out. I just realized I really like podcasts. I will be returning to this show.
I'll be at home.
All right, thanks for listening to Tady's Day Out. Make it a great day.
Dane.
I don't know that one.
It's from 16 Candles.
Nice.
Hey, everybody, gonna buddy say hey. Hey, everybody, everybody say hey. Hey, everybody, everybody say hey.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey.
Cool.
This has been a podcast presented by
Hard to find media.
Subscribe to Hard to Find Media on YouTube.com/Hard to Find Media Network. This shit is free. Share it. Blast it. Fuck it.